Can you do this? As early as your 40s, you may lose muscle and strength. Protein supports muscle health. Ensure Max Protein has 30 grams of high-quality protein to feed your muscles up to 7 hours. So take the challenge. Ensure.
Member of Parliament for St. Thomas Western James Robertson announced plans to build 5,000 housing units in the parish in the near future. Speaking at the groundbreaking ceremony for the Rosella Estate development recently, he noted that discussions have been ongoing with several key stakeholders, including the National Housing Trust and the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation.
161 years ago, 400 lives were lost in that rebellion. That's what the records say, and I checked the facts. 300 individuals were arrested. And yes, Paul Bogle was hung at the end. 1,000 homes is the estimate of what was destroyed. Today, I believe we are reversing our future. We are setting a new position for St. Thomas. And along with our urban center, the fastest and best untold road in Jamaica, I can only say that what has been achieved here in St. Thomas makes us all proud.
After the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa, business leaders say despite ongoing challenges, confidence in Montego Bay St. James remains strong and steadily growing. Shmela Pullen reports.
State Minister in the Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Investment, Delano Sivright, says several hotels have already reopened following the passage of Hurricane Melissa. He adds that others are currently undergoing major transformation and renovation projects. Mr. Sivright says the recovery signals a stronger, more modern future for the resort city.
Including, of course, Sandals Montego Bay, Sandals Royal Caribbean, and several other properties, including Hyatt Ziva, Hyatt Zilara, Secrets, and so on, that are going through extensive renovations. So these hotels are literally going to come back literally brand new, with enhanced modifications, amazing services, amazing amenities that will be added to these properties. So it's going to be a renewed product in a sense for many parts of Montego Bay.
Mr. Sivright says at the same time, investors continue to push ahead with commercial and real estate developments across St. James. The Hip Strip redevelopment and other key infrastructure works remain a top government priority.
Several new restaurants, several real estate developments are ongoing or will start soon, and we're also seeing a lot of interest in opening new attractions and so on throughout the region. So we're very confident about those developments. On the government side, we're excited at the fact that the bypass roadway, the perimeter road, is on track and looks as if it will be completed by September or thereabout. That's going to be a big game changer for Montego Bay in terms of traffic management and easing the congestion issues that have plagued the city. We're happy about that, and also the extension of the new bypass to going down Long Hill.
Mr. Sivright says these developments are expected to boost investor interest in logistics, warehousing, digital outsourcing, and real estate, signaling a new wave of growth for the city.
Because of these developments, we expect to see increased investor interest in logistics, warehousing, in the digital outsourcing sector, and also in other commercial enterprises, as there is a feeling that Montego Bay will be a brand new city in the coming years, given all these development projects, all the real estate projects, including Pinnacle and others, all signal that this is going to be a new city and the place to invest. And this will certainly benefit micro and small business operators, because all these developments, all these hotel developments, real estate developments, road works, civil works, the whole works.
Shmela Pullen, TVJ News.
It is time for a break, but stay with us. More stories when we return. Welcome back to the Midday News. A St. Catherine educator accused of collecting millions of dollars from persons for lands later discovered to belong to the state will have to wait longer to learn whether her matter will proceed in court. Sulin Ward Brown had her case postponed to May 18 when she appeared in the St. Catherine Parish Court yesterday. Her bail was extended until that date. Now, Ward Brown is charged with breaches of the Proceeds of Crime Act, the Law Reform Fraudulent Transactions Special Provisions Act, and conspiracy to defraud. Investigators say 5 complainants reported paying the school principal more than $4 million for lands near Clifton in St. Catherine. One complainant allegedly paid $2.4 million for a plot, while the others reportedly paid between $600,000 and $800,000. It is now time for the Business Minute.
Trans-Jamaican Highway is reporting a sharp increase in the first quarter profits, driven by higher traffic volumes, network expansion, and continued growth in toll collections. The company posted net profit of $13.2 million for the quarter ended March 31. That represents a 46% increase over the $9.1 million recorded in the corresponding period last year. Revenue for the quarter rose 29% to $29 million in the same period last year. Further afield, the U.S. Department of Energy announced it will release more than 53 million barrels of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. This is part of the U.S. pledge to add 172 million barrels to the international market. More than 30 countries are also included in an initiative that focuses on bringing roughly 400 million barrels of oil to the world. The U.S.-Israeli war with Iran led Tehran to shut down the Strait of Hormuz, which carries about 1/5 of the world's natural gas and oil supply. Crude prices rose to about $30 per barrel since military action began. And that's it for the Business Minute. I'm Antonia Atkinson.
Time now for the top stories from around the world.
In the region, consumers in Dominica are set to get relief at the pumps as the government moves to offset rising global fuel prices. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt says fuel taxes will be reduced at the end of May under a new government subsidy program. The move follows a more than 30% surge in global oil prices. Skerritt says the measure will help households, bus operators, fishermen, and businesses, but will cost the government over $500,000 monthly. And on the international scene, Britain's Prime Minister Keir Starmer is under pressure as calls grow for him to resign. Nearly 80 members of his own Labour Party have urged him to step down following major losses in last week's local elections. Labour lost more than 1,400 council seats across England, along with setbacks in Wales and Scotland. Despite the backlash, Starmer says he remains focused on governing. And those were the top regional and international stories. I'm Aliyah Bryant.
Thank you, Alia. We now head to our final break. When we come back, we'll have your Midday Sports Report.
As early as your 40s, you may lose muscle and strength. Protein supports muscle health. Ensure Max Protein has 30 grams of high-quality protein to feed your muscles up to 7 hours. So take the challenge. Ensure.